Well, everybody, we're getting the band back together. Yet again. Beatles Anthology. Well, we were hoping it would get re-released. We're getting our wish, as I'm looking off the Beatles website. I know a lot of folks have given their takes and everything like that on it, so I figured let me add mine on. First of all, 2025 edition. According to the Beatles official website, ships by November 21st, 2025. So this year marks the 30th anniversary of the start of the anthology, specifically with Anthology Volume 1, right here. So we get now 4 volumes of anthology. The original albums, or CDs, in their, original track running order. And we get an Anthology 4-disc, which is kind of interesting. First of all, I know that there's been rumblings, things like that, over the past, year or so, something along those lines. And I'm glad to be getting this. Overall, I've heard all the opinions online or, seen posts from folks, some saying, why should we have to buy it again? Worst thing ever. To, this is the best thing ever. To something in between. So far, look, first of all, I'm leaning towards, yes, I'm going to buy it, right? So, no mystery there at all. But as far as the tracks itself, as I'm reading off the website, so let's see, Anthology 4, we're getting stuff, I Need You, Take 1. Nothing in any particular order, really. Take 1 of In My Life. That's going to be interesting. She's Leaving Home, instrumental. We've got All You Need Is Love, which is rehearsal for the BBC broadcast. Hey Bulldog, Take 4, instrumental. I think that's going to be pretty good one here. Helter Skelter, second version, take 17. I don't know if this is going to be the long 27-minute take that's been often rumored. Probably not would be my guess, but we're going to find out anyways. Of course, and Don't Let Me Down, first rooftop performance. And then Free as a Bird and Real Love, 2025 mixes. And of course, Now and Then to cap off Volume 4. So, with the Free as a Bird 2025 mix, I did get to listen to it. I think Michael Ventrella, I saw it on your link on your Facebook. Basically, when I listen to it, you know what? I like it. I like the cleaner mix. And again, I know with newer tracks or remixing tracks, the question always comes up, is it AI? Not necessarily. It's the MAL technology. I know I've mentioned it in other videos. Other content creators have mentioned it. Basically, with Free as a Bird, my whole understanding was when they got the tapes back in 95, they're listening to it. John composes the demo in the late 70s, 1977, I believe, or 1978. His vocal and the piano are locked on one track. Only so much they could do. That's why it's kind of that whole kind of ghostly effect or that otherworldly effect on the vocals with John. And then new contributions from Paul, George, and Ringo during that 1994-1995 time period with the first new single. This version for the 2025 mix, I really enjoy it. I like the clean vocals. I also think it's interesting that when I listen to it, George's line, instead of whatever happened to the life that we once knew, this version it says whatever happened to the love that we once knew. Probably a different reading of the line, I'm sure maybe recorded at the time. That's going to be my guess. I'm almost positive that's what it was. But, really clean vocals. So again, it does sound very cohesive. I think it's good to have. It's good to have kind of that mix and everything like that. My other understanding is that November 26th is when the first 3 episodes of the new anthology, the new version of Anthology, all cleaned up and everything, are going to be up on Disney+. From my understanding also, it's going to be a 9-part series. The 9th part is not only going to include the Threedles jamming that we got on the bonus disc of the anthology re-release back in the early 2000s, but also it's supposed to be like behind-the-scenes documentary and stuff like that. And while I'm glad to have the footage cleaned up, again, if anybody from Apple, McCartney, whomever happens to be listening, very doubtful, but hey, you never know. Physical release, please. People will shell out for it. Otherwise, I think individuals, enterprising individuals, are going to do Dutch imports, as it were. But, the thing I'm looking forward to as well is it kind of gives excitement for the generations that didn't get to experience this 30 years ago. Gen X myself got to experience it in my 20s. Some kid in their 20s, wasn't even born when these came out. Look at these thick box CDs right here, And obviously with the quality and everything like that. And there's the third one right there. Of course, they all go together to reveal the collage. So, I'm really looking forward to it. Again, I just want to try to think if there's anything else. I know that there's also the book that's coming out itself, 25th anniversary re-release of the anthology book that came out in 2000. Don't know if there's going to be new content on that. I'm hoping maybe there might be a little bit of something. Maybe I could see them doing an epilogue chapter about the recording for Now and Then. Something along those lines, anyways. But that's kind of my thoughts, at least, off the top of my head. We're going to wait. We're going to have to see. Obviously, I'll be watching it along with everybody else, reviewing, the sound quality along with everybody else to see is there any real difference between the new compact discs, the way they're mastered, and these original versions right here. Well, that's pretty much it, but that's definitely some Beatles news, and we'll keep figuring it out together. So, again, we're getting the band back together yet again. I'll see everybody in the next video.